Hey everyone, it's Blood Barrage. In this video, I want to share a test we were able to do on a tier 4 node war fort, comparing the damage per second of using Trina Axes versus players attacking with their weapons and abilities. These tests were done after the Black Desert Online June 8th, 2021 patch, which significantly increased the durability of node war and conquest forts and HQs. Please note that these tests were not done under completely controlled settings, and there are multiple variables that come into play. I'll go over these at the end of the video before my final thoughts.
Alright, give everybody like 10 seconds to get here. I want you all to pull out your axes.
You guys gotta be standing next to this.
Yeah, I'll tell you when to start axing. Not quite yet. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have you start. How many we got? I'm gonna assume we have about 40-ish people here. It's pretty much surrounded. Go ahead and start axing now. Go ahead and start axing. Let's see. Let's see how fast this thing burns. That's like speed spelled. Okay. All right. And pull off it now. Pull off it now. Pull off it now. Okay. So that looked. That was about 20 seconds. We did about 40%. Everybody pull out your weapons now.
Good or...
Okay. Okay. I want you all to start burning. Oh wait, Ollie's putting a timer on. Give me a sec. Okay. Speed spells out. Start burning in 3, 2, 1. Burn the base. Burn the base. Burn the base. Burn the base. Let's see how fast it ticks.
Rip axes.
Yeah. Okay. Axes aren't a thing.
Why is that a wreck?
Because it was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Crazy.
Okay, yeah.
That was crazy.
Are we gonna still have a 10 X tournament? Asking for a friend.
I mean, thank God I hate X's.
Alright, we tap for pen.
To more accurately estimate the damage per second done to the forts, I matched the image of the starting fort HP and measured them in pixels. In the images, the total HP bar of the fort is 290 pixels wide. At the start of the axe test, the fort is at 280 pixels of HP, representing approximately 96.5% starting HP. At the end of the axe test, the fort is left with 159 pixels of HP bar, representing 54.8% HP remaining. This is an approximate damage of 41.7% in 22 seconds. This gives us a damage per second value of 1.9% fort HP per second. In the weapon test, the fort is starting at 54.8% HP and dies about 15.3 seconds later. This equates to a damage value of approximately 3.6% HP per second. This test was rudimentary and there's a few things I want to note. Firstly, in the axe test, because the player character is required to be very close to the fort, there could be a potential DPS loss from players not being able to reach the fort itself due to player collision. Though this isn't an inherent flaw of axing, I thought it was notable to mention. Speed spells were used, which increase the attack speed of axe wielders. Tet level Trina Axes are a requirement in this guild, and you can expect a very high percentage of players in this clip to be using a Tet level axe. This guild also has a very high average AP, and the results may not be replicable by guilds with a lower average AP if we assume that fort and structure damage scales directly with that stat. If monster damage does affect damage to fort and annexes, then players using Nuva could increase their DPS by using Kudum instead, and players such as myself could have equipped any Blackstar weapons such as my Awakening Blackstar for extra damage. Frenzy drafts could also potentially increase CPS, but they were not used in this test. There is conflicting reports on the effects of monster damage on structure damage, and I won't make any assumptions here. Lastly, there are some players that are not axing in the first test, but may have contributed damage in the second test. Additionally, 1 or 2 players also attacked with weapons during the axe test. Take all of these points into consideration when coming to any conclusions. To conclude, there definitely seems to be a significant increase in damage when using weapons over the Trina Axe. However, I cannot conclude if this is always the case or if there is a threshold in AP or player number which makes it better than axing. What I can say is that at a rate of 3.6% HP per second, a full HP forward can die in less than 30 seconds, and that's even after the major buffs to durability we saw last patch. I hope you found this video interesting and informative. If you liked it, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to this channel. I'll see you in the next video.
Rip axes.
Yeah, okay, axes aren't a thing.
Why is that a red?
Because it was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, yeah.
That was crazy.
Are we gonna still have a 10
We all
Axes
tap for
tournament?
Axes,
Asking
right?
for a friend.
I mean, thank God I hate X's.
We tap for pen.
Okay,
We
well,
need the axes to chop down ships.
Wait,
he's
what?
not wrong
Oh,
with
that's
that
not
one.
wrong.
Wait, why
You're
would you
not
do that? Why would we just
wrong,
sit on
but
it?
when are we gonna
Take
do
on the ship.
that?
I did
Yeah, we're
that
gonna
once
do an
during
axe.